Hey, it's your girls, the lunch table girls, here to talk about everything, but mostly hip hop. I am Naja Damas.
And I am Illmatic Goddess, aka N. Mills. Gang, gang. I'm nice and refreshed. Back at it.
Back at it, ill. God is in the building as always. Report to her DMs immediately. No, get out of those DMs. We say that every podcast. Stay out those DMs. Stay out of them.
Let me tell you, and I'm not gonna. This is my last time saying it because I don't want y'all thinking I'm asking y'all for money.
But
If you gonna be in my DMs and pretend like you're a sugar daddy, again, my cash tag, I make it dumb easy. Hashtag Illmatic Goddess. We don't got to talk through the DMs.
yo,
Home, but
God.
I had a homeboy. Just a quick story, and this is true. He followed me on Instagram. I followed him back. He sent me a message. It took me 99 hours to reply because I don't do DMs. And then he was like, and he was like, "Oh, you seem agitated." I said, "I say it on the pod every episode. I'm not a DM type person. I'll follow
Yeah.
you. I'll support your music. He does Afro beats, so shout out to him.
Oh, wow. Shout out to
But
you.
I am not gonna have meaningless conversations unless we're gonna debate your top five. I'll do that.
Absolutely. Oh,
But you can do that
absolutely.
on our YouTube. Please just do it on our YouTube.
I had fun when I said to meet to her to report to her DMs. I was just having fun. Please don't do that. She's hanging out in the comment section. That's where she's at. She's in the comment section and she's hanging out. We are both in the comment section, so talk to us there. So, quick because we're going to run through this quickly. Tell me about your week. What's been going on since we last spoke?
So I just have a quick funny story because I lived
As always, a
99
quick
different
funny story.
lives. I lived 99 different lives. I was out in these streets and a dog that was white with a little brown freckle, like he ran in front of my car. So I stopped because I'm not hurting no dogs. I love animals.
Right.
So I looked at the dog. He didn't have no collar. He didn't have anything. And I'm not gonna lie, I am Captain Save an Animal. I love animals. I really, really do. So I was getting ready to get the doggy to come in the car with me. Well, then the dog kind of jetted off, and he went to this lady's house at like across the street from where I had stopped my car at. And then
Yeah.
this little foo dog said, "Ruff, ruff, ruff, ruff." So then the dog was running back to me. As the dog is running back to me, all I hear in the distance is, "Don't take my dog."
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
promise you.
god.
I promise you. So then the little girl is chasing this dog. So then I don't know if it was like the spirit of my granddad, because sometimes like when I feel like, cause I'm not gonna lie, I am I'm very soft hearted. So the guy was like, it's nothing personal. It's just our dog gets away every couple of months and he's not the smartest dog. So we
Oh
always go
wow.
through this. So don't like, don't pay don't pay that no attention. But this
Yeah.
is true. That was a true story that really happened to me.
Oh
I didn't
wow.
want the lady's dog. I just noticed it didn't have a collar on it. I was gonna do like I did with Tiger, take it to the vet and see if it had a chip and get it taken care of.
Oh
You know,
wow.
but
Wow.
that was
Okay.
my that was my weekend.
Captain Save a
That was
Dog. Okay. Well, luckily the owners were
dogs,
nearby.
cats, birds, bunnies.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm a earth sign and I don't know what it is. I don't like animals at all. I've never liked animals. Yeah, I'm not an animal person. Um but what I did this week, stop making that face. I don't like animals or kids.
You
I don't like
oh,
anything to take care of. I love my kids, but you have to take care of things and if I could
mhm.
do my life over. But okay, no. What I did this week, I went to Bum B's restaurant. I went to Trill Burger.
Ooh.
Yes. And I went and I didn't have expectations, but I kind of had an idea of what it would be like. I thought it would be like a long line, because I've seen long lines online when they first opened. So a long line, maybe a little bit of slow service and things like that, which that was me maybe projecting something I've experienced before. But let me tell you, it was not like that. We went on a Thursday evening, or no, Saturday, Friday evening, maybe. Went on a Friday evening, and it was lit. It was let me tell you something. The service was very fast. Okay. There was a line, but the service was very fast and the food was very good. The food was
Ooh.
let me tell you, Bumby, I seen what you did with Trill Burger. I see what you did with it because I enjoyed that burger thoroughly. I did. Like I said, the fries were crispy. They were seasoned fries. Fries crispy, burger cheesy, and it comes in this really cute box. You know, like how they serve you chicken and biscuit in a box. It was like that. The burger was served in like a box, but it had a picture of Bun B.
Ooh.
Yo, it was dope. I loved it. I'm gonna see if maybe I can get a post like the picture of the video of my burger. I'll try to figure out. We'll edit something. I'll do a short on it. But yeah, it was amazing. And what I liked about it, it was two options. Well, three options. It was a double burger, a triple burger, or a vegan burger, and that's it. And it's no lettuce, no tomatoes, no salad toppings. It
Oh,
was
I love that already. That's my
no
kind of
salad
burger.
toppings. No, it was just grilled onions. It was pickles, cheese, and special sauce. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's my kind of burger. And we might be really like soulmates because I always call the lettuce, tomatoes, and I always call that salad. I was like, I don't want a
Yeah.
salad. I want a burger. If I want a salad, I'll make a salad, but I want a burger.
Yeah. Salad
Mhm.
I worked at
Mhm.
rallies. That was my first job when I was 17, and my supervisor used to call it salad toppings. She would say, "Don't add
Mhm.
the salad toppings." So that I've been saying that since I was 17. But yeah, it's no salad toppings, but I like that because you can get that kind of burger on any corner, right? But
Mhm.
no, you're gonna come here for the cheesy one. You're gonna come here for the cheesy, grilled onions. Take off what you don't want. You don't want onion, you don't want pickles, you don't want whatever it is. Absolutely amazing, Bumby. Absolutely amazing. I would recommend it. It was 10 out of 10. The service was fast. It was,
Ooh.
it was fast. It was, and it was good. And you can sit down. And the best part was they played 90s music, early 2000. They played
Oh,
our
that's a
music the entire
vibe.
time. It was great music. I mean, I heard everything from Biggie to T.I. Like it was a vibe. Your boy, they played Nas, of course. When I walked in, actually Nas was playing. So I loved
Always a
it.
good
I would
song.
definitely go back. I want to take my mom because my mom loves grilled onions. My mom lives for grilled onions. So I'm gonna take her to Houston to experience Bumby's grilled onions. So great job, Bumby. I recommend it. 10 out of 10.
I love that. I love that. Oh, real quick about 90s music, and then we can definitely move on to our topics.
Yep.
So a couple of episodes ago, we were talking about Love Come Down, right?
Love come
Usher had
down.
brought out Boys and Men and LL Cool J to sing Hey Lover at his last show.
Okay.
And in LL's lyrics, he says, "Make your love come down so naturally."
Oh,
Mind
yeah, he
blown.
does. He
Mind
does.
blown.
Make your
Full
love.
circle moment. But LL did it subtly, and
He
Love
did.
Come Down is a whole
The
that's a
whole
whole hook.
song is about it. Yeah, make your love come down. Man,
Mind
when we get
blown, right?
older, the fun part about listening to our old music is as we get older, words make sense. Things we didn't
Mhm.
know make sense now as adults. We didn't know we were singing when we were kids. So, and Prince has
That's
he has a large catalog of songs that we should have been singing as kids.
mm-mm.
All
No,
right,
Prince is
well,
nasty.
I'm ready to
What's
get right
going on at
into
the lunch
it.
table? What are we talking about at the lunch table today?
Well, speaking of 90s music, 80s music, because this girl has been around for so long, this woman, this legend, this icon, MC Light, dropped a new album this month. I wish I had the sound effects where we can start clapping, but let me just clap into the mic. Thank you
You
so much,
old
MC
school. Woo,
Light.
woo, woo,
We
woo,
needed
woo, woo,
this.
woo.
Let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna let you go first because I know that you had a chance to hear the entire album. I'm still listening to it. It's such a vibe that I have to turn it off when I get distracted. So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
I have to take my time with this one because I know y'all think Nas is the only person I listen to. He's the majority of the person I listen to, but not the
Mhm.
only. I have deep history with MC Light. We talked about it on the first podcast. I was locked in the car listening to Eyes on Me by myself.
Eyes on me.
I never owned the tape, but I always heard it on repeat to the point where I started memorizing the songs.
There you go.
So Light means so much. And just like with Nas, I went back to listening to some of her earlier music, like Cram to Understand, Paper Thin, which is one of my favorite tracks by her. And that brings us to One of One. I MC Light, I don't know what's gotten into Light, LL, Redman, but these veterans are giving these young people a run for their money.
Of course. Of course.
Uh the way that the album starts off, she really is one of one. I mean, she talks about longevity.
Yeah.
This is what I mean when I'm always talking about rappers can come out, they can reinvent themselves, and they can still be true to themselves instead of chasing a trend.
Mm.
He's grown up
Mhm.
in this album. She's no longer looking for a roughneck. Roughneck days are behind.
We
Poor
enjoyed it though,
Georgie
like,
days.
we enjoyed it. I
Yeah,
got mine. Not got rid of them, but I got my roughneck.
but the even Georgie Porgy days are behind.
Oh,
Like,
man, classic.
and I did this to you privately, Jason, aka Frenchie K, and I hope you don't mind publicly.
Shout out
She
to
has
Frenchie
us.
K. I know Frenchie K. I was looking at Frenchie K because he commented, and
Mhm,
Todd was like, "That's my man's." I'm like, "You know
mhm.
him?" So shout out to Frenchie K. You know
Yeah,
Todd.
he is always a big supporter, and I appreciate it. She has a song called King King. It's her and Queen Latifah. Salute to Queen Latifah.
Yes,
It
salute
is
to
a
Queen.
nice, beautiful song dedicated to positive men like him. It's an uplifting song. I don't want to cry. I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, okay.
She has a couple
No cry.
the ones that I really like, Life and Luxury, King King.
Let's see.
Um we were talking about this before. Remember, I was telling you Little Mama is underrated, but Light F's with her heavy. Light said she got a beat from her producer and it
Yeah,
put her in a Wu-Tang state of mind.
yeah.
And the only other female MC she could have on the track
I
was
love
Little
that.
Mama.
I love
One
that.
thing, it's called Light, Ghost, and Little Mama. It's fire. One thing I will tell you, when you listen to it, it actually talks about the pitfalls of the industry. She says what a lot of people are afraid to say, how
Yeah.
you do not to sell your soul. I didn't know she had a secret Neptune song. I'm going to try to find it. And then
Lil Mama?
not Little Mama, Light. She
Oh,
was talking
Light
about
first.
little,
Okay.
yeah, Little Lights versus First. She's talking about the
Yeah,
pitfalls of the music industry, how she had success, she was trying to sustain the success,
yeah,
but sometimes with the people that was rocking with her, she wasn't sure if they were rocking with her. Then she was supposed to have an album come out a couple of years ago, but then tracks got leaked. Then she had a song with the Neptunes, and she said, "I know it's a hit,
yeah.
but whatever happened, happened." And but here she is, and she's in it in a better frame of mind. Ghost talks about Wu-Tang,
Yeah,
RZA,
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Now his in her album, she doesn't let the curse words fly, but when it's edited,
Yeah,
you know what he's talking about. And then Little
yeah.
Mama, that touched me because one, Little Mama is nice. I told y'all this before. I think she's nice with it,
She's
but
nice.
it's
She's
like she's
nice.
paying for something that she shouldn't have had to take the downfall for.
Little Mama?
You know, when she was on stage with
I mean, one day
Jay.
we'll do a podcast on that. One day we'll do an episode on that one day, and
Mhm. Yeah, and it changed. That's what she was talking about. It changed everything.
of course.
She's a good actress now. She acts now. This girl is. She's still. I mean, she's still getting her coin. I
Yeah,
respect her as an MC, but
absolutely.
that's a top track. And oh, shout out to Big Daddy Kane. I'm telling you, I don't know what's in all these
I didn't
guys.
get
I
to
don't
that
know
one
what's
yet.
in these young. I don't know what's in these hip hop legends. Why
That's
they
towards
still
the
sound like
bottom
they're
of the album.
15? They got it. So Big Daddy Kane is interesting because also that's someone else. Me and my aunt mostly, because I didn't listen to a full cassette of him, but the videos that she would play. So I
Yeah,
remember him saying, "I take him take him 8 to 80." To on Woman, he's actually talking about Saul is also on the record as well, but talking about wanting a talking about having his wife no longer out here in these streets
yeah, yeah, yeah,
chasing
yeah,
everything. And again, it's the growth. It's the growth in Salt too, saying like, oh, you got to make sure that you're telling the truth. So this with the album was a 10 out of 10. It's on replete. It's not something like if you like I guess they call it I don't know what they call it, what kind of hip hop I like, but I like that kind of, you got beats, you talk trash, and
yeah,
but you maintain. That's what this is. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the track music it brought me to tears. There's a part where somehow dope. Like, music is her life, and that's how I feel. Music gives me life.
yeah.
Um, y'all know I was a military brat, so I traveled, we traveled to different places. I always had to make new friends, but one thing that was also always constant, that's why I know so much about music and I keep it all stored up in me, was
Yeah.
I always had my radio, listening
Yeah.
to the hip hop shows, to the Quiet Storm, to sneak in and watch Arsenio Hall. And it really brought me to tears because, and this is the truth about music. She was telling a story how she had D Nice listen to Cram to Understand You, and D Nice thought it was dope, and then
Yeah.
KRS One listened to it, and he said that shit is whack.
Oh, no. Come
and,
on now,
and
Karis One.
she said to D Nice, "What does whack mean?" And D Nice said, "Never mind, he's just bugging." And she was saying that just shows how hard, D Nice used to ride for her. All of them used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, they all really rode heavy for her. Like, and she was, as y'all know, the first gold. She's the first gold female artist. Then, of course,
Wow.
Black LeBrat is the first platinum selling
Right. Right, right, right. Yeah.
female artist, but she's the first gold selling platinum out. Light, you did your thing. It's 10
Yeah.
out of 10. It made me realize, I don't want to cry, why
You can cry.
I admire why I admire you so much.
Yeah.
And she kept her virtue without
Mhm.
selling her soul. You can love hip hop and love God. There's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
And you can still talk your trash.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry I'm crying, but
It's okay.
that album, it is a combination of all of that. And it's like it's like if you're at a piece of peace in your life, this is a vibe.
Absolutely. Great take on that. And yeah, I mentioned not she mentioned something about, I mean, a few times God, but there's a line that
Mhm,
stood out where she said something about God, or without God, I'm something like something. I just
mhm,
remember that on one of the last songs I listened to. So yeah, thank you for that. I agree with everything that you said. I haven't had a chance to finish it yet because the way I listen to music, it's a process. So I haven't had
mhm,
a chance to listen to it. And I know you already have it on repeat. So um it started off when it started off, I was like, "Okay, this is going where I want it to go." Like the first song, I was like, "This,"
oh,
right? Like as soon as the first song hit, I was like, "This is going exactly where I want it to go." It's very nostalgic to listen to those beats. You mentioned the type of beats where you talk trash. I know exactly what you're talking about, and it put me in that mind frame as well when I would, try to loop the beat at the end to write over it. Back in the 90s when
mhm,
the beginning of the song just plays the music or the end of the song just plays the music. I used to loop it and make it an instrumental and write to it. She definitely had a lot of beats that I used to try to write to. The song, as soon as I saw Queen Latifah was on the album, I just did 7 backflips. I was like, okay, I can't wait to get to this song. So I did skip because I couldn't wait to get to it. And I like that song a lot. Salute to the Kings. What better way than have MC Light, who is always showing love to the Kings, and then the Queen to show love to the Kings? Like, what better way to do that than to have these two make a song? I wish, and that's just because I'm being greedy, that Queen Latifah would have gave me a verse on that, but that's just because I'm getting greedy and I want to see those two on another track, because I missed them from the Brandy song. You know what I'm saying?
You know
So
what? Look, unsolicited career advice, Queen Latifah and MC Light, because you know you don't need it. But you, Queen Latifah, I say Yo Yo, and
mhm,
let's even throw Moni, because Moni's still out here rapping.
100%.
All
Yeah.
y'all need to get on the track together. That would be fire.
I was gonna say that part to the end, but I want the women from those days to come back and make an album. There's an audience for it. We're listening. We're waiting for that. I would love to see Yo Yo and Queen Latifah and Light and Moni and Salt and Pepper. Like get them all. Let's get them all. But let's continue. This is Light's moment. So yeah, I wrote down some notes. Rock the Mic. I actually like that song. I wrote that one
Mhm.
down. That's one of my favorites. I'm a beat person, and so I really like the music on that. um Lil Mama, Ghostface. This Little Mama moment for me, because I love the song, but when she came in, I was like, yeah, she was made for this track. Like, Lil Mama don't play. Like, she really is good. I hate that she had two things about Little Mama why it's hard to take her seriously as an MC if you're that type of person. Lip Gloss was her first song, right? Or her first big song. So Lip Gloss is kind of like, my lip gloss is popping. It's not really a I got skills type song, right? It's a fun
Mhm.
party song. So that's one. And then two, the thing that happened with her on stage. So it's like it's hard to see through those things, but she really can rap. Like she does this. Like Lil Mama really does this. Little Mama really can rap. And her flow and her energy has always been kind of reminiscent of MC Light. So I love seeing them together because when I see Little Mama, I kind of see Light, which I'm sure she would take as a compliment. So I was excited to see her on this track, and she didn't disappoint. I love her. Ghostface, what can I say about Ghostface? I mean, Ghostface gonna rock on whatever it is that he's on. So, and I thought that was such an odd combination. I'm like, Ghostface and Little Mama, what we about to do with this track? I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And so, I listened to a couple of more after that, but those were my notes. And so
Mm-hmm.
I'm still enjoying this album and I'm still processing it. But like Nicole said, thank you so much for this album. Like this is what was needed because I needed to take a break from the women that I'm hearing now in rap, who I have my favorites as well. But I needed to go back to, what made me want to be a rapper when I was a teenager. I needed to go back there. And I'm glad I was able to go back there.
And you know what else I like about it? Because we haven't had this I haven't had it in any of the albums I listened to recently. The skits. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I
What is
kind of
that
like the
skit?
skits.
She
Hmm.
fine as hell. Or something they said
Yeah.
that she fine as hell.
Yeah, they were in the barbershop.
Yeah, okay,
Hmm.
okay. Oh,
Yep.
skits. Oh, skits will take you back. Skits and
Yep.
intros and interludes. Oh yeah. Those are good old
Yep.
days.
It
So
just, this was very much needed. And you're right. It is like a welcome break. I'm not, and I will tell y'all, young ladies, I'm not hating on you guys. Body positivity, sex positivity, I'm all for it because Salt and Pepper used to do it back in the day
yeah.
as well. It's just sometimes it's, what do you call it? It's just oversaturation.
Saturated.
And there's
Saturated.
so much.
Too
It's
damn much.
sensory overload. It really is sensory overload for me, but I do get it because listen, my era that was shoots, Salt and Pepper wearing ripped jeans, shaking their ass used to be
That was
controversial.
that was controversial. Yeah. It
so
was. It was. That's crazy.
So now I do get it, and I'm all for you guys doing it, but there's other avenues and other lanes, and I'm just glad. It's like light open that lane back up where you don't have
Mm-hmm.
to be, you don't have, you can get in the game. You don't have to be successful more than one way. And her songs kind of tell you
Yeah.
too about the pitfalls, and don't let people create something out of you that you really are not. Be yourself, and that's why she has longevity.
I don't know if we need to talk about this now or later because I think we're going to pivot into talking about women
Mhm.
in rap. But I want to say, like, the women who are in rap now, they're younger, right? They were born late
Mhm.
90s, early 2000s, right? So they were born into a world where women in rap was sexual, right? So you and I was able to experience, Roxanne Shante and MC Light and Queen Latifah and Salt and Pepper and JJ Fad and the Brad. We were able to experience that. We didn't get sexy until the late 90s. So we can see the difference, right? But girls who were born into a world where that umbrella was sexy, do you think that's all they know? Like, is it hard if I'm a rapper and I'm like, what, 20 years old? I feel like I'm supposed to look like this. I feel like I'm supposed to have a big butt and a bust down and all, like I feel like I'm supposed to look like that because that's what women in rap look like because they're so young. So it's like, because I always wonder how do you want to come out looking like everybody? Like what makes you want to come out and look exactly like every girl? But I feel like that's all they know. Is that all they know?
To your point, to your point, you may be right. I was thinking I'm doing what you're saying. I'm taking a step back,
Yeah.
taking out that I know who Light is and all these people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at Meg, looking at your girl Glow, and I want to be a rapper.
You want to be a
And I
rapper?
know what I'm thinking. I
You're
do have to get
22.
to the gym because I have to do some squats. I do have to have a dope. I do have to have a bust down because no one's gonna take you serious. And this is why I will
That's what
say,
I'm
like
saying.
my girl Shay New York, I always talk about her too. Shout out to her because she is so dope. Shay
Yeah.
New York is so MC Light. She just has a rap, and she wears a rap like roughneck.
Yeah.
But I know her. A lot of underground cats f with her, but she's not she's not mainstream. I could tell y'all songs all day. It's not on any that y'all know. It's
Yeah.
just something I listen to on a mixed TV. So no, if I do, you're right. If I want to be a female and I want to be successful, I don't want to just rap because it's my hobby. I want to rap because it's gonna make me money.
Yeah,
Squats, bust down.
that's what you got. That's all you know. If I show
Yeah.
you old pictures of me in the 90s when I was rapping, my cousin and I, we had on flannels, we had on baggy pants because we were trying to look like the brat. We were trying to look like, what we saw in rap. You know what I'm saying? And so these women, these girls who are coming out, they're trying to look like how Nicki Minaj looked and Cardi B, and I don't know how far back they're going. I don't know. But yeah, it's like when you come out, that's how you look. This is the image of female rap.
That is so crazy.
They
Because
don't
now
know.
I'm even thinking about like Raw Digger and all of them. Because
Hmm.
there is like a glam. See, I do different categories. We got the tomboy girls and we got the glamour girls. Like I feel like Raw Digger is like a glamour girl.
I love
I,
that. Yeah. I
I
love
feel
that.
like before Remy kind of changed, I felt like she was more glamour than, tomboy. Lauren definitely, because she had got like a fancy clothing deal to sponsor one of her tours. Like she would wear that.
Lauren
Yeah.
Hill was
She had got like
she was
Dolce and Gabbana, I want to say,
yeah,
sponsored one of her tours when she came out. And then you got like you have the brat. And see, what's crazy is, what's not, well, the brat's bi. So it's not, because it's like when you dress like, I know when I dressed like that back in school, I got made fun of, but that's how I felt comfortable because TLC dressed like that too.
yeah, yeah. I rapped, so it went with my image. That's all I knew.
And but even like TLC has sexed it up because they came out with hats to the back.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
they
remember
sexed it
pants
up.
down, and then next thing you know,
Yep,
creep. They're showing stomachs.
yep. Glam, a whole
They're
glam.
letting you know what they're working with a little bit. So I
People
don't
don't
know.
want to. I mean, Escape is the biggest transformation, I think, because they literally wore boy clothes, not bit clothes, boy clothes, right? And then their
Hmm.
next album, they was in full makeup. When that's the album I didn't buy because I love them because that was reflection of me. I loved
Hmm.
Escape because they were a reflection of me and they weren't rapping, they were singing. So I'm like, oh, girls are singing that look like me. And then they was like, nah, we want to be pretty. And then I didn't buy the second album. But yeah.
And I think that's a good topic. Now you were mentioning earlier what's going on with women in hip hop.
Yeah, so the reason why we were gonna pivot to women in hip hop is because, there's a quote from, this was from, Hitmaker. Shout out to Hitmaker, right? That's your peoples. That's your
Sexy
affiliate.
cannot. That's
Affiliate, yeah. So,
yeah.
we were, just kinda chiming in on the Drake and Kendrick beef, which that tension is always in the air, eventually it'll die down, but that flame, you just one the wind blow on it once and then we back talking about it again. But he basically said, and I'm gonna quote what he said: Kendrick and Drake, can I cuss or what? Kendrick and Drake SHIT really F the game up. Cause now there's no bar, there's no standard. Don't nobody
Mhm.
got nothing to aim at or copy off of. Now the hottest rappers in the game are women. I mean, besides Future, ain't no NIGGA running home to make a beat or a song in competition with a woman. Oh, the way he said it. So he's saying that the only hot rapper out now is Future, but ain't nobody it's Future and the women, but ain't nobody going out right now to compete against women. Is that what he's trying to say?
That's exactly what he's trying to say.
So that's why
Because
we were talking about women are kind of running hip hop. So what say you?
one thing I give is the analogy, and I am going to take. I'm sorry, I'm taking our sidebar pre-production combo. I'm gonna. When you said it, I was listening, but then I was thinking. But now I know that you're definitely right. So Naja Damas in her infinite time traveling wisdom made the best comment. Drake is kind of like Ja Rules. Nothing wrong with that. And Ja, this is not any diss to you because I'm going to tell you right now, I prefer Where'd I Be Without My Baby over the candy shop any day.
We're not
Any day.
friends. We're not friends.
Listen, where the lunch table girl? You still sitting at my lunch table? You're
Okay,
gonna
we
hear
at the
my
lunch table. We at the
you're
lunch
gonna
table
hear these
arguing.
opinions. You're gonna hear these opinions.
Yes.
So the same with Drake. Like Drake, I mean, you can't deny. No, whatever y'all think about Drake, right around da da da. That dude knows how to formulate. He had this. He had the formula in the bag. I might have only really got one of his. I only downloaded like one of his albums,
Mhm.
but I like a lot of his songs.
Right.
I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. Them things are catchy. Kiki, are you right? Like they're catchy.
Yeah.
Kendrick, on the other hand, I have listened to more than one album, but that's because I do get strong armed by somebody special to me that we're not together no more to listen to it.
Aw. Shout out to the ex. Shoulda came to the comment section.
Should have, but he just sends me long, heated emails about my Kendrick Lamar disrespect.
Okay.
But Kendrick doesn't know. Okay, Kendrick, besides this song, and I'm nothing again against Kendrick, it's just not. It's not the vibe. It's just like, and it's just listen, just like people say they
'Cause
can't party to Nas. There's nothing wrong with that.
yeah. But you
It
don't
just
like Not Like Us. You've always been vocal about saying you didn't really care for
it's
Not
just
Like Us.
yeah, I don't I really the lyrics disturb me on that song.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
really is still to this day because I like the beat, I will say, and we'll do a segment on that later, like who's killing beats, because when they remix it and just have the beat for Not Like This in a rap, is dope. But I just
Yeah.
don't like your particular lyrics for it.
Yeah.
But now what do you do? So now you're in a crossroads because if a guy makes a song for the ladies, guys are hating, the fellas are hating.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
then wait, if it don't chart and the girls out chart him,
yeah.
they're gonna be talked about.
Yeah.
Future, what they call him? Future Randolph? What they call him? Future Vandross? Isn't that what they call him?
Future Vandross? That's so
I
hilarious.
heard
I
that
haven't heard
before.
that.
Like they say Luther Vandross, they call him Future Vandross because he sings a lot, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so funny.
He doesn't. I don't think. I think he doesn't care. Like he doesn't have a bone in the game. I mean, and you
Like,
guys could be in a, and we'll have a respectful conversation in the comment section. But
yeah.
he's not lyrical miracle enough for me. But he does make club. I don't go to the club, but I'm sure he makes club music. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Of course he makes club music. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, of course, that's what he does. He makes bangers. Strip club music, the times have changed, but yeah, he definitely makes club music.
yeah. If BET still had Uncut, he'll be the number one artist on BET Uncut.
Yeah, I don't know if he makes videos. I haven't seen a video probably since 1999, but I'm sure he's got some good sexy videos. I don't know.
Not 1990. You watch the
It's been a
video.
while. I can go over so many videos I've never seen. Have you ever saw a clip and you like, they have a video for this? Am I the only one who don't watch videos? I can't be. There was a did you know that Lil Wayne and oh, I forgot to watch it. Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar have a song. They have a song, Mona Lisa. It's a big song on his. Did you know they had a video for that? You seen the video? I didn't know they had
I
a
watch
video for it. I don't know why I don't know why I don't watch videos. I set my reminder to watch the video and I never watched it, but con-
wah, wah,
yeah,
wah.
continue what you were saying.
No, I
We're,
just I
we're talking
don't
about
know.
Future and
Yeah, I just don't. Oh, but I will say, so Future's not my era.
yeah.
I'll say that he's not my era. The songs that I know by Future, he's normally the feature, and the biggest song that I know of him at the same damn time, as we know, the lead person in the song is under a lot of controversy, and then we got Future in the middle because he doesn't hold, to me, he can't hold the weight on his own song, and then you got Luda taking the song home.
Oh my lord.
So I'm not, but Wale said he's top 10. Do you feel like he's top 10?
Well, hold on, because you just said so much in your
I
segment. Like
know,
you just said
right?
like 20 different topics.
I
So I
know.
have to go back to something you said. Okay. So let's park a lot a couple of things. One, you called Drake Ja Rule. So you can't just brush over that. You're gonna have to explain why
Oh,
Drake is Ja Rule, because I know that
oh.
that's some internet talk, and I want to give my opinion on that.
So Drake is Ja Rule because I said he can make hits. He's formulates hits. I like his
Okay,
stuff on the radio. Just
gotcha.
like I never, Ja, again, nothing against you. It's just what I purchased
The
and listened
singing,
to.
singing
I
and rapping.
never brought a Ja Rule album. However, if
Hmm.
Mesmerize was on the radio, I'm not turning it off. I like it. If the
Okay.
video came on, I'm watching the video. Same with Drake. I have the album with him and Big Sean. I'm trying to think of the Kiki song that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I like the Kiki song. Is You
Yeah.
With Me? I
Yes.
like it. I don't have that thing downloaded anywhere, but I would watch the video, I would listen to the song. So that's what I mean. He makes Drake can make hits. At one
Yeah.
point, Ja, it's like he was on super level hit
All over the
mode.
radio.
Everything he made was a hit. I never had to listen to that man's whole album just to know that if Ashanti was singing that hook and he was rapping,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It was
like
gonna
it.
be a hit. It was going
So that's what
crazy.
I mean by Drake has that. He has
Yeah.
the formula. Literally, he had
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
formula.
Yeah.
He took it from like DLC name of their album, the formula. Drake had the.
Mhm. So
What do you think?
now when you said that, my mind went somewhere else because like I said, the internet talk has kind of been that Drake is Ja Rule because just like 50 Cent ended Ja Rule's career, they're saying Kendrick Lamar basically Ja Ruled Drake, where he ended his career with one song. How 50 Cent woke up one day and was like, I don't like him. I'm about to end his career. It's like Kendrick Lamar did the same thing. Like, you know what? Let's wrap this up. You know what I'm saying? Let's get him out of here. So that's why I'm thinking, they're talking about how he's Ja Rule. And I hate that because honestly, Ja Rule never really recovered from that 50 Cent slander. And we were listening, me and Todd the other day, we're listening to Wanksta in the car, and he like, this the song that took down Ja Rule. And I'm like, I'm like, have you no, no, no. I said the song that took down Ja Rule was It's Easy to See When You Look Around Me. East Coast Fire Time 50, don't back down. I don't know how familiar you are with the song, but he had a whole, it wasn't Wanksta. He had a whole song on Get Rich or Die Trying dedicated to Ja Rule. And at the end, he had like, I guess, a gay guy speaking, saying that he was in a relationship with Ja Rule, just talking smack. That's the song that took down Ja Rule. That is the song, aside from the other slander. So that song would be the version of Not Like Us, right? And so Ja Rule never recovered, but it's like, and I'm gonna do a video on this too. Um, Drake, I don't look at Drake the same. You know what I'm saying? I love Drake. I love Drake and I love Kendrick. But it's like now when I look at Drake, God damn you, Kendrick, you ruined Drake for me. God damn you. I was minding my own business, loving Drake, and here you come pointing out stuff about Drake. Now every time I look at Drake, I'm like, is he playing? I'm like, oh, is he faking? Oh, he is acting like you are kind of like a colonizer, whatever. Like it's crazy. So it's like I do look at Drake a little differently now, and I hate that. And that's how everybody started looking at Ja Rule after 50 Cent came and slandered him. So
You didn't told me. You told me T, because I'm gonna tell y'all it's not gonna be a surprise. I don't have nearer one, and that's my old school coming
mm-hmm.
out. 50 Cent album, and
Okay.
for 50 Cent, I like Mini Men. I like Ayo Technology. I
No
like the I
one
Get
likes Ayo
Money.
Technology. No one likes that song. No
Hey,
one likes
I
Ayo
like that.
Technology.
I like that.
No, no one likes that song. He don't like that song. Come on
I
now.
like it. And what's the one? I Get Money. I like the I Get Money remix.
It's a good song. Yeah.
And This Is How We Do. Other than
Yeah.
that,
I teach him how to stunt.
no,
I
no,
teach
no,
you how to stunt. Beep, 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 beep.
no. This
That's
kid,
one of the
I
hardest
named the
beats
ones I
ever.
like.
Play what?
I said, nope. I just named the ones I like.
I teach
After
him how
that,
to
I don't
stunt.
mess
That's
with.
one of the hard. Shout out to
Oh
the
wait, I'm a
one of the hardest
liar.
beats ever.
And I like that my mom was saying, don't you like the Power song? And I like the song on Power.
Is he? He ain't on that song. Is he rapping on the power song? Let me think.
He's rapping on an intro for
They say
Power.
this is a Dick Rich town. Is 50 Cent
Hmm.
rap? I haven't heard it in so long.
Yep.
It's
So
been
I
so
do like
long.
that.
Bring back
But
Ghost.
50 is not 50s is not my dude, and it's so
Okay.
crazy.
I
He's
never
just
knew
not my
that.
dude.
And I didn't like Ja Rule. I don't like to burn bridges because I never know who we're going to bring on this podcast. So I'll just say, in hindsight, I respect everything they did. But during those times, I wasn't was it Murdering? I wasn't a
Murder
Murdering
Inc.
fan.
The
I
most
wasn't.
dangerous, no, the most talented record label. That's what Irv Gotti used to say.
He has
Most
the right to
talented,
say that. They was banging them hits
most
out.
talented record
Yeah,
label.
but I didn't like it. I never liked Ja Rule. I wasn't a fan of Ashanti. So I didn't,
My
no.
Libra sister,
I'm
Ashanti, I did
sorry.
not say that because all most Libra singers I listen to, and I got your albums. I love
Yeah.
them all.
That
Yes,
this is during that time. Like I said, this
mhm.
is why I was enjoying but you got I was team Eminem. Remember, I'm from Detroit, so I'm team Eminem. So anybody affiliated with my crew, You know what I'm saying? You affiliated with Detroit and 50 and we was all crew. So it's like, no, I don't like Murder Inc. But honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I just wasn't a fan though of Murder Inc. But in hindsight, of course, I respect the hell out of them. Please come on our show. We'll have you right now.
Yeah, you'll come on the show and you'll be on my side of the lunch table because obviously
They,
Nostradamus,
yo,
even though she's a time traveler, she don't understand what a I respect the era.
yeah,
I enjoyed the music. And while I didn't get Ja, I did get all of Ashanti's albums because
yeah, yeah.
Ashanti, just like Mariah, she writes her lyrics. She
Hmm.
does a lot of hip hop beats, and that's what draws me in. And it's just she
I
was
think
such
I
a
was jealous
vibe.
of that. I think I was jealous of that. That she
She's
sung
a
over those hip hop beats. Maybe that's what it was. I just envied that.
oh, and when you talk about videos, and then we'll move to our next topic, but it actually goes
Mhm.
in line.
Oh,
When she first came out and she kind of did that video to Goodfellas, like that's how I knew
Goodfellas.
that was my chick. Foolish, because they redid Goodfellas like
Oh,
that because
yeah.
I love a good gangster movie. And when I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. And
And
then I
she
found out she was a Libra. I was like, this is a done deal.
when's her birthday?
I'm buying all your stuff.
When's her birthday?
Her birthday is October. I want to say either October 18th or 14th. It's a little bit
Oh,
before
okay.
mine because
Eminem's
she
a Libra
always.
too.
Hmm?
Eminem's a Libra.
Yes, most fun fact about me, most of my favorite artists that I like a lot, with the exception of Nas, are all Libras. Like I love Neo too.
Neo.
Mhm. I love Neo.
I don't want to burn any bridges. We never know where this podcast could go. I don't want to burn a single bridge.
Neo, I see again. Welcome to my side of the lunch table. I will give
Yeah.
you your songwriting
Yeah.
flowers. I love the way
He
that
did his
you
flowers.
layer and fill in your music because
Yeah.
I'm not. I am not the softest person in the world, but I can acknowledge a beautifully written song. That's what it is, and I feel it when the emotion comes through when they're writing. So, all right, that's
Yeah.
enough for that. Let's get hard. Let's get hard now. Now we're talking about Kendrick, and Kendrick is from where I used to claim I was
Were you used
uh,
to?
from Cali.
Mm-hmm.
So recently, I don't want to say the young lady's name because I'm not giving her no airplay.
Gotcha.
Recently, someone had made a tweet that said the government invented uh, gangster music, gangster rap, and this is what has our culture up in arms. Now, Ice T did a response that said, "Listen, it's not gangster rap; it's reality rap, and I've
Yeah.
always been saying that. And the government didn't write one rap that I had. They whatever they put the label on, they went with that and
They
ran with it.
named it.
That's on them.
Yeah.
But that's not what he was saying in his music.
Yeah.
One, and I'm very interested because I come from the West Coast or the East Coast, but I want to hear like what was your perspective? What influenced you? Did you listen to any reality raps, gangster raps? What is your take?
On the whole gangster rap era, like what was
Mhm,
okay. So I love that question. My vibe when gangster rap was big, was it late 80s, early 90s? That was their pocket, right? When
mhm,
they were together, right? So it wasn't okay, so I loved it, right? I loved it. I was a kid, I loved it, and it did make me think that California was very scary. It was the first time I learned about drive-by shootings. I never heard that term until I started watching California movies, Boys in the Hood, and listening to NWA and stuff, so it made me think that, LA was a very dangerous place, right? It scared the hell out of me. You can't go to California, you'll get beat down by the police. So it just put these images in my head. Don't go to California. Okay, check. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they have palm trees and beaches there, but Ice Cube and NWA said don't go there, so I'm not going. So it scared me. But I liked it. I liked a lot of it, but I was too young to make that my favorite type of music. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been like a beat person and a lyric person, and I can't relate to drive-bys and police shootings. So I didn't take a whole like it wasn't my favorite genre of rap. It wasn't my favorite music, like the beats, until Dr. Dre, until they branched off, right? I'll say that. Until they branched off and then Ice Cube and Dre, they did their own thing. And that's when I became obsessed with West Coast music. But NWA, that whole gangster rap era, it just scared me a little bit. I like the music, but I feel like it scared me. I was like, don't go to LA. I was too young to enjoy it. I was like 10, so
And
It
I'm
just
gonna
seemed real
preface this
noisy.
by saying this. There's different parts of LA. LA is humongous. It's just like how New York is more than just one thing.
Yeah.
LA is enormous. We
And
lived
when
in
you 10, you
LA.
don't know that. When you 10, you don't
Yeah, they're not gonna understand it because you weren't even in Cali. Because we lived
Yeah.
in where we lived at was LA County, so by Cerritos Mall. Like a lot of movies were filmed out there. My grandma would take us to auditions in Hollywood, and it's weird because it is the palm trees, but it's also unfortunately homeless people and
Yeah.
different things. Even out in Beverly Hills, they don't ever show you that part
I've
when
seen it.
they show things.
North
But
Hollywood. North
I
Hollywood,
will
I've seen that.
yeah, I will say this. So I'm with Ice T with the reality raps. I lyrical. I'm not Ice T. Ice Cube. Lyrical Ice T. Ice T has a couple of raps that always stuck out to me when I was a little girl. Again, I didn't have the albums, but these were on the songs, and we were living in California, so of course they were on. Like 6 in the morning. It's just talking about like what are you doing after you didn't spend your whole day, and he's on his way home.
Yeah.
And this is actually what inspired Eazy to do his rap.
Yeah.
Boys, yeah. So, and I'm gonna tell you, when you talk about vivid storytelling, I never watched the movie Colors. I was scared to watch the movie Colors, even
I
though I
remember
did live in
Colors.
California, and the part of the California I lived in was pretty peachy keen. It was
Yeah.
nice. It was very much like what you see on TV. Nothing like Boys in the Hood. My
Right.
granddad, because he's a little bully, and plus he had a red truck, and you can't have colored anything out. Can't
Yeah.
be red, it can't be blue. He had
Yeah.
a red van. He wanted to go see Colors in Inglewood, him and my aunt. My aunt half thought she was a Crip. She used to have blue nails.
Ah!
I have always been a little prissy, even though I'm gay, a little rugged. I'm a little prissy. I ain't joining nobody's game. You ain't beating me now for nothing. I did not want to go in the movie theater, so I was in my granddad's van when Colors was out, and I just was like, "There's gonna be just like you were. It's gonna be because we were on the other side of California, drive-bys and all that."
Yeah.
And then I listened to this song called Colors.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't need to watch the movie. He was so descriptive. I'm like, I'm
He
not watching this
was.
movie. I'm
Color
not watching it.
colors.
And
Colors.
I'm Your Pusher as well as another one. But I feel like, see, we need to have reality rap or gangster rap so we can know what was going on. And I will tell you this, Miss Personnel, I'm not gonna give your name no airtime because I
No.
don't like when people come for hip hop. Back then, the messages, NWA, Ice T, Ice Cube were trying to say, they're telling you what they went through, so people wouldn't fall through those pitfalls. They all came together. As a matter of fact, it's interesting that this came up because I was listening to an interview Ice-T did recently talking about All in the Same Gang. And the reason why that came out because they wanted to show solidarity.
Yeah.
Um, East Coast had released Self-Destruction,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to have this image that this was cool.
Yeah.
Nothing
Yeah. Yeah.
about it was cool. And
Yeah.
if you really listen to what they're saying, instead of just trying to get your little quick clicks and engagement, you will understand there's a lot more to their lyrics than shooting up. This is what happens when you become involved in this life. And I will say, even though I lived in a nice, comfy neighborhood in California, this is me in the 6th grade. This girl that I went to school with, she got jumped in a gang.
Oh wow.
And then the following week, she brought a gun to school. But she wound up showing somebody a gun because again, we were suburban kids. We don't want to see no damn gun.
Yeah.
Someone luckily told someone and they got her the help that she needed. She did get kicked
Wow.
out of her school because
Wow.
they didn't want that to be infiltrated. But it's not a joke in California.
Yeah.
And a lot of times kids are not gonna listen to adults.
No.
They're gonna turn, unfortunately, to what influences them. And also in California, there was a balance. We had Tone Loc, retired gangster. He
Yeah.
had fun music.
He did.
MC Young, he was a college graduate.
Young MC.
Young MC,
Some
see, thank
respect on
you.
that man. They were brothers,
I
right? Or cousins?
cousins, yes. And of course, we're not gonna forget another GOAT that doesn't get respect, MC Hammer.
Can't wait to do my MC Hammer dedication. Can't wait.
So
Can't wait for this.
there's more to rap than whatever label you have to put into it.
Yeah.
I feel like everything is needed because just like us, just like in life, everything has more to it, right? And not anything can be one way. You need it all to have a complete picture. But I think it's crazy when people try to make it seem like, oh, gangster rap is
Yeah.
this is really what was happening.
I like the idea of
It's a
calling it
hard
reality rap.
truth. Yeah,
I
it's a
like what
hard truth.
I think she but now she was saying I don't know what she exactly said, but was she saying that they invented it? Not invented it, I'm sorry, but they named it gangster rap? Because I
No, they
think
said
they
that
did.
they invented it, if I remember the
No,
thing.
that's ridiculous, but I know they probably had a hand in naming it gangster rap, which gave it
Yeah,
a
that's
back,
what it was.
because if they're to them, it's reality rap. I mean, I guess it didn't have a name, they were just rapping, like, they're not coming out like
Mhm.
they're just rapping, right? But they gave it a name, the government gave it a name, calling it gangster rap, which kind of made it now it's a bad thing, right? Now it's,
Yep.
so they put that bad name on it, put that stank on it, so that they did have a hand in doing that. They didn't invent nothing, but they had a
Mm-mm.
hand in it.
Yeah, and they probably named it that because Ice Cube songs are very thought provoking. When by the time we moved to Virginia, America, like the single for America's Most Wanted came out.
Mhm.
This was way before the LA riots, but he and way before everything that's going on now. The last part of the verse always stuck with me. Any brother that's a color will always be America's Most Wanted.
Oh, wow.
It always
Wow.
stuck with me. He has so many. Ice Ice Cube is so prolific. I was even thinking about that song "Wicked" when the riots happened. He been talking about it. People get tired, but they call it gangster, so they put the label on it and make you be 18 to buy the records.
I hear
Oh,
you.
not
Keep talking.
Nostradamus is time traveling.
I need that.
Um,
No, keep talking.
she do you have a favorite song from that era?
Yes, I do.
I knew it.
All right. So when we say gangster rap, are we talking about is Snoop Dogg and like
Mhm,
their solo? That's all gangster rap. Okay,
mhm.
okay. That's all gangster rap because I don't know why gangster rap to me feels like this NWA era, and then everything else I just put it under West Coast. Like that's the bucket for
I
me. I
like
call it
that.
West Coast. But no, you're right. It was considered gangster rap. Do I have a favorite song? I love every single song on Doggy Style, an album you have never heard a day in your
I
life
have
in
heard. Why do we have
2024.
this? Stop telling these people lies. The direct quote was, "I was not able to purchase this album.
Mm,
I did
mhm.
hear it. It was in the car, and it's interesting that no, it's not on Doggy Style. My favorite, because as y'all know, I'm always underground, but it was released. I feel like Murder Was the Case had a DVD to it, and they had like
Yeah.
additional songs.
Yeah, yeah, they had a whole
So
album.
when Dre and Ice Cube made up and they did
Yeah.
Natural Born Killers, I'm telling you, that's
I
my
remember that. I remember
can it
that.
feel it? Can I feel it? Am I realer? Am I a natural born killer?
Yeah, yeah, damn, I
Yo,
remember that.
that
I remember
song
that.
does something to me. One, as I
Yeah.
tell y'all, Ice Cube's definitely no
He's
matter
in my
what. It's
top
always
10.
gonna be on
Yeah.
my Mount Rushmore. He doesn't
Yeah.
budge, but we know that Dre doesn't write his raps.
Right.
He and when they came together, that is the
Natural
chef.
Born
Like
Killers.
that's a chef kit. I felt like, and if I'm wrong, y'all can talk about me in the comments. I felt like they were supposed to do a Helter Skelter kind of project, but they never did it.
Okay. I I
They
I
never
do know
did
they were
it.
supposed to come out with an album. I mean,
Yeah,
I feel
see?
like they were supposed to come out with something, and they
Yeah.
should have. They should have. I don't know if
Yeah.
Q felt like writing all that.
No, that's the thing. Even I know that's how. Well, first that's how I knew that they had made up when ding ding dong to keep the
Ding,
head
ding,
ringing.
ding, ding,
That's
dong,
how
keep
I
your
knew
heads
because
in.
I
Yeah,
actually liked that song by Dre, and I
yeah,
said, "Oh, Ice Cube
that's
must be writing
catchy.
for him again."
There you go. You already know Q was like, "All right, I just this one time, just this one time, I'm gonna write our comeback song." But damn. I
Mhm.
always related to Cube on that. I used to write when I was in a rap group. I used to write our songs, and it gets to be too much. I
That
want
is,
I want to answer your question really quickly. When you said what was my favorite song,
yeah.
just off the top, and probably even if I think about it, it's definitely going to be Ice Cube "Steady Mobbin'." That's like my favorite Ice Cube song of all time, and that's definitely probably my favorite gangster rap song. I love "Steady
Steady
Mobbin'."
mobbing is a
I love that
vibe.
song. Yeah, and it reminds me of my mom too. I got stories about that song that nobody
Not your
probably
mom being
believes
a
me.
gangster.
Yeah, my mom love Ice Cube. Love, love, love Ice Cube. I like I said, I got stories that I tell that people think I'm like exaggerating for the sake of having a funny story, but it's true. But no, but yeah, my mom loved Ice Cube. So Steady Mobbin' always reminds me of her. She used to play it a lot on the way to school.
It's
But
a
yeah, that's
vibe.
my favorite song. Yeah.
It really, honestly, steady mobbing it's a vibe.
Good ass beat. Good ass beat.
It's a whole vibe. Um,
Video. As an adult, I go
mhm.
back, I listen to the lyrics, and I'd be like, "Oh, that's what that means." A lot of songs, like the little sexual part when him and the girl or whatever, like I didn't a lot of that stuff. He said something. I feel like I'm getting that song mixed up with him. With Today Was a Good Day. I might be getting my
Oh yeah,
verses
yeah, you
mixed
might
up.
be getting that
Yeah,
steady
because my
mobbing,
Jimmy
but
runs but, yeah, but, those are my favorite songs, but, yeah, I that's my favorite gangster rap, and I listen to it, and I'm like, "Oh, that's what that means. Oh, this" as an adult.
yeah, steady mobbing is like he's spending the day, like basically spending the day with the hoods. I feel like steady mobbing is a rough draft. So today was a good day.
It because the songs go in hand in hand. At the end
Hmm.
of the video, it's like, "Today was a" wait, is it the other way around? Wait, "Today was a good day."
Today was a good day. Goes to
Steady
check
Mobbin is
yourself. We had
next?
to wreck
Oh,
yourself.
"Check Yourself." That's what comes next. Is that's what it is?
Hmm.
'Cause at the end of the video, because he's like, "Today was a good day," but then it's like at the end of the video, the police pull up or something.
Yep, that check
Where's
yourself,
my
and then he's
video
in
at?
jail.
We need to
Hmm.
do like a video of the week or something where we have the audience,
Oh,
we all go back and reminisce on like an old 90s video or something. Cause I'm definitely when this pod is over after we have dinners and then the night everybody sleep, I'm definitely about to go back and watch all those videos
let
for
me see if
sure.
you can watch the videos because you already said you ain't watched a video in like 99
It's been
years.
a long time, but I'm the box. Shout out to the box. Anybody who's
Mhm.
remembering the box, it was jukebox at first. They turned it to the box. That's how I got all of my West Coast rap. If it wasn't for the box, I would not know as much about West Coast rap because let me tell you, Todd don't know nothing about any of that. If it wasn't mainstream, he don't know.
You know what? And I want to say shout out to Charles. Charles swears like, oh, we're region like I only know New York. The thing about me is while I do listen to a lot of New York rap, and I'm even thinking about my era, we lived in Guam. We didn't even live in the States for a period of time. What
Oh
was
wow, that's
on
dope.
was like Cool Mo D, like was on MTV, was like Cool Mo D, Salt and
Yeah,
Pepper, all of that. It wasn't honestly, it wasn't until we really moved back to Virginia where everyone picked up steam.
yeah.
Boys in the Hood was out, but like I said, the biggest probably Cali rapper was Hammer.
MC Hammer, yeah, and he was
Mhm.
from Oakland. He wasn't even from
Yeah,
LA. He was from Oakland.
yeah.
But he def
So
you're right, you're right. You're right about that. When I think about California, I think I definitely go back to MC Hammer. You're right. I'm trying to think who was before Hammer? Who was the star of California before Hammer? Because Tone Loc, Young MC, that was early 90s, right? Maybe the
yeah, that was
bottom of
like yeah.
okay,
So
so
that's
but
what
who
I'm
was
saying.
before Hammer?
I don't
Comment who was before Hammer. That was like
not,
worldwide, not the person
put
you
me
knew.
on, put us on game,
Let us
please.
know. Cause
I do know Ice-T was making his way, but I
I
don't think he
see.
was a like a mega superstar, but he was making his
Yeah, but he
rounds.
was he was you're right about that though, Ice-T, because Colors was his first song, right? That was like his so but
That
that
was
was
like his
definitely the
yeah.
80s. That was definitely the 80s, Colors. And I put
Mhm.
that on my list too. I'm gonna watch that movie. I never seen it. I never seen Colors. And so I'm
Now
gonna
that
put that.
one I never watched neither to this day, and I don't think at this point in time I'm not gonna watch it because I don't know what's gonna do anything for me. I just can't.
What's
I
another
love
hood movie you never seen? Because I know
that's
you got them. Who?
that's the only one I think because I watched a whole bunch of hood
Have you
movies.
seen I'm the one I never seen. I feel like I've seen skits of it or parts of it, but I never seen South Central.
I have OG Bobby
Okay.
Johnson. Are
Yeah,
you
I know about
crazy?
OG Bobby Johnson.
So let me tell y'all again. Dang, what okay, bingo. cars. I'm talking about the boys.
Here
The
we go.
boys were doing they were getting into more production and like less music industry, like being a group or whatever.
Yeah.
So they produced a song called All It's Gonna Be All Right off the South Central soundtrack. And the crazy thing, that song is a vibe. It was just a weird era in music that
Yeah.
it didn't blow. Because, and that's the other thing I wanted to say when we're talking about gangster rap, because I don't want to leave out this group. The guys that sung Gangster League.
This is for my homies.
Yes,
They
I
were
don't want to
called
leave them out.
I'm gonna see if I could think of it without Googling it. Gangsta Lean. It was called
It was a D in there.
okay, it was DWL, DLW,
Hmm.
DLW, D something, not DLW. I thought it
No,
was 3LW. D for like
D for life. Yes,
D for
down
life.
for life.
Down was
Yeah.
it that? Okay.
No,
See, now Googling.
DRS. DRS.
DRS. You're right about that. It was some okay.
DRS. Dirty Rotten Scandals. I don't want to forget about them because that's another thing. And you could feel that emotion. And see, that's not no
That was
celebratory
that
life
song.
of being a gangster. They actually lost their homie to the
This
life.
song is dedicated to my homie.
Hmm.
Dang it, music was so good back then. Is it because we were young and we didn't have to process lyrics and bitches and hoes? We didn't care about that kind of stuff. Is it because we were young? Because I feel like when you turn a certain age, music starts filtering. Like you get a filter and you don't tolerate everything the same. Because I know if I was 19, I would be listening to the City Girls. Well, maybe not. I don't know. If I was the same 90-year-old from the 90s, I don't know. But
I
I just feel like, I don't know. Is it because we older?
no, I feel like I don't know. I feel like good music is just in your genes. I'm just
Yeah.
programmed to like good music. I
Yeah.
don't see me. I will. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't see me being a city girl. I
Yeah.
would back. I don't see if I was young. Like shout out to my niece Brooklyn, who's coming to visit me in a couple of weeks. She also watches the podcast every now and then.
Hey,
So hey,
Brooklyn.
Brooke.
Brooklyn is in the
Um,
house.
Brooklyn is. I probably what's funny is Brooklyn is young, like how we talk about. You know where her soul is?
What?
90s, like 90s music.
Yeah.
Like she
Yeah.
listens to Twisted, like things that I would listen to. I
Yeah.
don't mind her playlist at all.
Yeah.
You know,
I like it when they come over to our music. We used to listen to 70s music too. It wasn't rap, it was R&B, but I know what it's like to appreciate R&B and music from the 70s back when I was in the 90s, you know? So enjoy our music. Enjoy it.
yeah, but I know I know I couldn't. It's not nothing against. It's just not something like it's something like you have to like what you're into. I was
Yeah.
curious about just like any kid, you're curious about worlds that you don't know. So that makes me curious
Yeah.
about like Ice T, Ice
That's
Cube,
true. That's
and
true.
I'm not curious about the life that is because that's not nothing I would
That's
ever
true.
be into.
That even that's true. You when you say that, and I think that's why I never rock with Trina because Trina was I never was a fan of Trina, even though I respect the hell out of her now in hindsight. She's going to be on my apology tour, but I
Mhm.
didn't like Trina back in the day because I was so focused on lyrics. And I think that even if I was 19 in this era, if I was born and programmed and wired the same way, I don't know if I would be into City Girls because I'm not into, real ass get up about a nigga. That's never been my vibe. Glorilla, stump a bitch nigga look with your shell toe. Like that's always been my vibe. Like stumping a bitch nigga with some shell toes, whatever. All right, we got to get ready to wrap it up. What is your pick for this week? Go ahead and let people
So
know Ill Gods to be
I
picked.
have I have three. Listen,
Three.
yeah, because if y'all watching Power, y'all already know it was a red wedding. And
I seen stuff like that on the internet.
my cousin is always in trouble.
Your
My
cousin.
auntie, I don't want to spoil it, but y'all already know what happened to my auntie.
Don't
Some people
spoil
didn't
it.
look
We
alike.
watching it. I'm watching it.
But so the red wedding happened. I want to say there might be just two episodes left. And what's going to take Power's place? It looks like Fat Joe's getting a new talk show. So we'll probably be talking about that.
Fat Joe.
Also, just a Tubi movie because I know y'all like these juicy Tubi movies.
They love them.
Let me tell you, A Good Man is hard to find. Part 1 and 2 will have you questioning your life. I say do background checks. on anybody that slides in your DMs. Now I'm playing,
There
but
you
do
go.
background checks
There you go.
on these dudes before you out here in these streets, letting them fake wipe you up. So those are my two picks.
You said you had
Yeah.
3.
No, those were my three. It was Good Man 1 and 2 and
Oh,
Power.
there you go. 1 and 2. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll get into my roles for the week, and I'm gonna make this quick. Because we already talked about this person, but I got to give my rose to MC Light, right? Because she just came out with an album, so I've got to give my rose to her and show my appreciation and gratitude for blessing us with another great album after so many years. And I love how you've always been in the spotlight because you, even if you were making music year after year, you're always on the award shows. We recognize your voice, all the time. So you always make sure you've peeked your head out there. And I love and respect that. This album was great. This album was amazing. The rose I'm giving you is to your work for today and the work that you did when I was just a little girl in the 80s. Because Cha 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 and Paper Thin, Roughneck. When I was younger, I wrote a song called Mama, I'm in Love with a Roughneck, and it was like it's supposed to be like the answer song to your I gotta get a roughneck. And so the sister piece was Mama, I'm in love with a roughneck, and you gotta understand that if some trouble go down, he always got my back, smoking blunts and drinking 40s. Yes, in his heart he didn't finish high school, but yo, I know he's smart. Like, I wrote that because I heard like roughneck, you know what I'm saying? So that was like my version of it. So MC Light has been inspiring me for years, right? And I've always thought you was dope. You rocked it on Self Destruction. You rocked it on Self Destruction. Funky Fresh Dress to Impress, man, you killed it, right? So I've always been a huge fan of yours, from what you did back then until now. And I'm glad that I was able to experience this as an adult, your music as an adult. And so just thank you. You get your roses, you get a bouquet of roses. And thanks for putting Queen Latifah on there. And thanks for putting our homegirl Lil Mama on that album too. And Salt. Thank you so much, The
Listen,
Lights.
Light, he deserves it all.
Light as a rock.
Yo,
Hot damn hole,
absolutely.
here we go again. Light as a rock.
Yeah, I have. So let me tell you what I didn't know, and then we can wrap it up. So I went back to re-listen to. Let me see. I just been so nostalgic because that album was so good. I went back to re-listen to Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Why didn't I realize? I did know she had beef with Antoinette, but when I listened to some of the words on some of the lyrics, stop, look, and listen. I feel like she had a little beef with Roxanne
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All the girls were
Shantae
doing their
as
subs.
well.
Yeah, they were doing
That
their
is
subs back in the day.
crazy.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when I see. I was just listening to the tape, so I didn't have the contents. I just memorized the lyrics. But now, listen, like you said, listen to it as an adult is just
Yeah.
different. Like, oh shit,
Different.
that's who
And
you're
it's so
talking about.
good. Where's
Hmm.
MC Light from? I know she's from New York, but like what borough is MC Light from? Because
Let
I
me
feel
get it.
like where is it?
Let
I
me
don't
get it.
I feel like maybe in the 90s they yelled out the boroughs more, but in the 80s and it could just be me. I don't feel
No,
like I heard it
no.
as
In the
much.
80s, they used to say New York,
Okay, yeah.
and then when like as other people, she's from Queens, but as
That
other
was my
people,
guess. That was my guess, Queens. That was my guess. Okay. She has Queens energy, and I'm not like an expert on the boroughs, but I was gonna say Queens. I was just gonna say Queens. Now I want to know where everybody from.
well, you know what, to be honest, oh, you know what? Sometimes you do know. Sometimes you know where they're from.
Yeah.
Like KRS always represents South Bronx. I can never get that. Every time I think about KRS One, I can't get it out of my head.
South Bronx. South
All
Bronx.
right.
All right.
I We gotta go. If y'all still are watching, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell a friend. Come hang out at the lunch table with us.
Come
Bring
hang
your
out.
coolie, bring your big cookie. Let's sit. Let's chit chat.
Yeah, make sure that you follow us, NODJANICOLE podcast at Gmail. Comment, like, subscribe, and let us know what it is you want to see more of. Topics that you want to talk about. Eventually we're gonna invite guests on here, right? We'll get into that. My sister was like, I got a topic I want to talk about. I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So let us know what you want to hear more about. Make sure you're sharing this podcast. We appreciate it so much because we're still growing.
Yep. And oh, I did want to give a last shout out. Oh, I knew I was gonna forget his name because he likes Travis so much. Now I want to call him Travis. I'm gonna get your name. Now
Is it
now
is he
Jadamas
one of
got
our
exposed.
commenters?
Yeah, but
Let me
he
go
was
to
saying
him.
Travis was his favorite. He gave we're gonna talk about that too. Controversial, not controversial, but top 10 artist picks.
Is it Troy? We got Troy.
Yes,
Troy,
let's shout out Troy. Troy,
we we should have shout out Troy at the beginning of the pod, but
yeah.
Troy's such a real one. He made it all the way to the end, and he can hear his shout out. Shout out to Troy. What up, though,
Troy.
Troy? Where you from? Can you give us? We don't want to get in your business, but we want to know like where you from, and give us your top five. If you made it to the end of this episode, Troy, give us your top five and let us know where you're from. That's your initiation.
Yes. All right.
And thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for commenting. Thank you for getting that dialogue going. I love how you would you comment as you're watching the podcast. That's perfect. That's the energy we need. Thanks so much for that.
All right.
We out of here, y'all.
As
Salute.
they used to say back in the day, peace.
95,000. Peace. I say peace.